Geraldine R. Waters. I started coming to St. Mary's in the 50s. It was 1956 to be precise.
Okay.
I was a young woman, about 23 or 24 years old at that time. I came because of the membership of my then husband, Byron Waters. When I came and shared the service, I was so fascinated by the beauty and pageantry of the service that I said, I'll never leave this church. And from 1956 until present day, I have been a faithful, I think, member of this parish. I had one daughter who was baptized in this church. I had a granddaughter who was baptized in this church. I later brought my father, who was grew up a Baptist all his life, but I became his caretaker, and I brought him here. I have also a sister, Carolyn, who lives with me. She was a Methodist all her life, but she moved to a membership at St. Mary's. And a younger sister, Alma, who was Methodist all her life, and she took membership at St. Mary's. So the attraction really spread around the family, as it were. And the thing that I remember most about St. Mary's and my involvement is that early on, shortly after I got here, I became a Sunday school teacher. And I think I taught Sunday school for over 25 years at St. Mary's. And after my tenure as a Sunday school teacher, I mentored some younger teachers and passed the torch to them. And then now in 2014, the Sunday school is beginning to grow again, I'm glad to see, under the direction of Robin and Miss Deverne Coleman. It's doing a great job. Things that I have fond memories of. We used to have annual picnics to Claggett. And my Sunday school kids were very anxious to go each summer to Claggett. And the whole congregation would go. They'd have free treats of ice cream provided by the women of the church. And then, they had free lunches, and they just had a wonderful day every summer at Claggett. Another thing that I remember is that the sisters were here. We had Sister Katrina and Sister Catherine, and they worked with the children. And they were very essential to the development of the children because they helped them in being more disciplined. They helped them if they had academic deficiencies, they helped them with that. And many of the families came who were very needy, and they helped them with getting special things that they might need. So ever since I've been here, I've been involved with the youth component of the church. That's sort of been my specialty. That's what I love, dealing with the young people. One of the most pronounced changes is the involvement of the congregation. When I first came in the 50s and 60s, this church was very male-dominated, very male-dominated. We didn't have any participation of females on any of the things where you would have the lay readers, all male, ushers, all male, office workers, male. Later, there were two very strong females who began to emerge as church leaders. They were, what is the lady's name? Daisy Harris was one. I think she was the first female vestry person. And she had very strong views and was very well respected by the church membership. But the males did things such as the lay readings. They were all of the members of the vestry were males at that particular time. And like I said, Daisy Harris was probably the first vestry member who was not a male.
Okay. And you've been a vestry member for a while.
And then I've been a vestry member for quite a while.
Okay, all right, okay.
When I heard that there was a possibility that we would have a black bishop, I was elated. I said, now, if there is to be an example of diversity, this would be one of the best examples of diversity in the church that we could have. I must admit I was doubtful until the very day that it happened. I think that at that time, Father Miller was here, and he was saying that he was going to an election meeting where this was going to be decided, and we were on pins and needles as to whether or not it was going to happen. And when it happened, Father Miller came back. He was so elated, and we were too. He said they elected the first black bishop for Maryland. And they got him on, I think, on the first ballot. And I was very, very happy because Bishop Sutton had such a great profile. And he had a presence that was very inviting and suggested that we were going to have some good leadership in the church. So that was quite a proud moment when Bishop Sutton became the first black bishop in Maryland.
Everyday Saints, is that?
Yes. Yes.
If I remember correctly, Thurgood Marshall was
right.
in that book, and he was also a member, or was baptized.
Yes, too. Yes. There again is an opportunity that we had here at St. Mary's to be a part of a group. There was a Thurgood Marshall committee, and it had representatives from all the Episcopal churches in the area. And what we would do, we would meet and talk about Thurgood Marshall, his contribution. And as you had mentioned, he was baptized here at St. Mary's. He was, I think, confirmed at St. James, and he had involvement in at least 3 churches in the area. So we call him our son. He belongs to our church. And then each year they have a Thurgood Marshall program where they honor him and bring people back to discuss. Larry Gibson has just written a book called Young Thurgood, and he came one year. We had a book signing for him, and he was one of our first speakers when we had this annual affair. So yes, we do quite a bit with that sort of thing.
Okay, all right.
When we open our doors and allow civic groups to come in and meet, I think St. Mary's is to be applauded by having a group like Walbrook, because they touch upon social issues in their performances. And this is really the home of Walbrook. They claim St. Mary's as their home, and they take great pride in mentioning that on all of their literature. And they talk about issues that touch upon everything: AIDS awareness, diseases that we need to be aware of, involvement of females in all kinds of work arenas. So we're to be applauded for that. Other groups, early on, the group that deals with the babies, what was called?
Healthy Start had something here too.
Healthy Start.
Healthy Start, yes, Healthy Start. We had a headquarters here for Healthy Start, and things of that sort. And I think it's just an awareness that there's more than just coming to church, praying, and leaving. I think we need to be public servants, and we need to open our doors more for community groups.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with us as we wrap up this?
Well, I'm just glad to be a part of the St. Mary's community, and I hope that I still have some productive years left to do some other things.